The government I lead will be one of the new European centre, as we seek to build a republic of opportunity, and that is a republic in which every citizen gets a fair go and has the opportunity to succeed, and in which every part of the country has a chance to share in our prosperity.
It is a good place to develop culture and to be a creative mind here. I think it is. I work really well here, and that's maybe because I'm Irish, so that I feel it, like I'm fed a lot with ideas. The financial climate in Ireland for being creative is very hostile. It doesn't mean it's impossible. It means the type of creative people who grow here are a bit like, you know, the national flower of Scotland is heather, and it's got thorns on it, and it's really thick, and it grows at like the edge of a mountain, this little like amazing little plant. So I think sometimes the creative minds here are a bit like heather, like you have to grow a bit stocky, a bit sturdy with thorns on, because it's a battle. You have to like fight to get funding, because there's, you know, we're not Scandinavia, let's be honest.
Immigration started to become the norm because Ireland suddenly had stuff to offer. It wasn't just this land that everyone wanted to escape from. It. Identity changes, culture changes, and what defines a country definitely changes. And I think so long as there is respect and acknowledgement given to our past and all the influences, so long as it's not ignored and kind of just forgotten about, there's no reason for new traditions and new influences to be a concern.
Making things was more important than getting paid for making things, and I think that's sometimes what differentiates artists from hobbyists, because I say if you're not making a living at it, it's a hobby, and I can't afford a hobby like that. So it's sobering, but it's very rewarding. I think the cultural scene in Dublin is developing despite the establishment trying to keep a lid on it, despite, you know, people going Riverdance, Riverdance, Riverdance. And I loved it. Who didn't cry when they saw Riverdance? But now you get to a certain point where if there is, you know, if I don't see Riverdance soon with at least one black face in there, I'm going to call those motherfuckers racist. I'm going to say, come on, look guys, okay, you know, black people can do this shit too. Brazilians, you know, and I think they're doing themselves a big disservice by not embracing the cultural diversity. And I've said this before, but it's there, it's real, it's not going to go away, and they're not going home. So for fuck's sakes, open the door and Céad Míle Fáilte, welcome them, because to not do so is to exclude them. And I think that's where I get frustrated when I look at newspapers like The Times and the RT, and I see them holding on to that, no, you don't look like us, so you're not one of us, so you're one of them. And our artists were always one of those. It was always one of them. That's what makes them artists.